Well, welcome back to the show. We've got Wendy on board, and she's graciously agreed to talk about all the things that she likes to do in life, which is to make a living. You know, sometimes you do things you do in life,
right,
and you don't get paid for it, and sometimes you do the things maybe you don't like, but you get paid for
right.
it. But hopefully you like being a makeup artist, right?
Makeup artist, yes.
And special effects.
Yes.
What's your favorite special effects you made? I'll preface it first. What I did was my uncle's an Academy Award winner, and I worked on one of his films, and we buried the woman's. It was a horror film, and we buried her legs in the sand so she looked like she had no legs.
Okay.
Cut off, and we put some seaweed on her and some blood,
nice.
And then he collected some roaches. He lived in Beverly Hills. In Beverly Hills, lots of roaches in many more ways than one. And so just before we hit action, without telling her, which was kind of rude. He opened up the jar and poured some roaches on her.
Gosh.
So the roaches were crawling on her. So that was my best special effect because I directed that scene.
Oh man, I hate roaches. I would have not been happy.
You can't twitch because you're not an actor, right?
Right. Oh man.
So tell us about your best creation in the special effects market.
Well, I just started, so I'm still pretty new in this industry, but I've gotten to do some really fun stuff. I got to help my boss last year. We worked on turning Taylor Swift into a zombie for her last music video.
Oh, okay.
So that was a lot of fun. I got to help make the gross, wrinkly skin that goes over all of the prosthetics that make her look.
Is that something I can see on the internet if I Googled it?
Yeah. If you look for her zombie makeup music video, it'll show up.
Okay,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you got to meet her, obviously.
Yeah.
She was nice.
She was very nice. It was a lot. I was very nervous, but she was very cool, and
so that means hours of work with her. So you spent hours with her.
Yeah, it was I think it took us. Well, it took my boss about. I was assisting him. He took him about 4 I think. No, it was under. It was 3 hours.
So are you serving to learn your trade? Are you serving an apprenticeship? Is that how you learned, or you went to school?
I went to school. I went to school for a year, and graduated. And I started assisting makeup artist. It was,
you can move the seat back if you want.
Oh, thank you. Bill Corso is his name. I started working for him, which is great because I got to learn a lot of things and meet a lot of really cool people. And then I started working at a special effects shop, which is a little bit different because it's not. You kind of do.
You build things.
You build, yeah. It's like you don't actually do application of the makeup, but it's more behind the scenes. Yep.
This is LA.
Yep. Yes, it is.
You can't see it, but there's a crazy woman sitting in, and she's talking to herself.
Yep.
Let's see if I can spin that around. You got to see this. This is really good. This is Los Angeles for you. This is a homeless person, and she's got lots on her mind. She's talking to herself. And that's life in LA, huh?
Yep. But
go ahead.
Yeah, so this past year I've been working at this shop, which has been a lot of fun because it's you learn the other side of the makeup world where you actually make the prosthetics that go on the face. Right. We've also made a lot of superhero suits for shows that are going to be coming out this year. So it's a lot of fun. You get to build a lot of things. So it's a little bit different than actually doing makeup. But what I want to do, or what I really love doing, is makeup.
Makeup's amazing because I always say if I was allowed to wear makeup, I'd be really good looking. Because you can take a woman, the most average woman, and make her look so pretty because it's basically a canvas.
Yep.
Right? Or you can make her look totally ugly. Take a beautiful woman and make her look ugly. It's I love makeup.
Oh, it's so much fun, and I love it. Before I got into special effects, I was a body painter, and I did body painting and face painting, which is it's very different. Just changing someone's appearance with just with just paint is a whole nother thing. But doing special effects is a lot of fun.
I bet. I mean, just working in the movie business is so creative and interesting. You know, there's so many different people. You see the credits of these movies nowadays that last 10 minutes. You know, there's literally thousands of people that work on these films.
I know.
So you've been in a couple credits then, I guess? Right?
I actually don't know because of everything we've worked on. I have to wait. A lot of stuff is going to come out this year, so I have to wait and see. It's like, am I getting credit for it or not? I mean, I'm allowed to say I worked on it, but
right. Which was the big film?
Yeah, I just worked on Deadpool 2.
Okay.
That comes out this month. It's going to be fun to see everything we did, everything we worked on.
Yeah, I mean, horror films to me is the best investment in the business because as long as you scare the shit out of people, you know, you'll make a lot of money. Your films will make money, but you got to scare them.
Oh yeah.
And it translates worldwide. You know, I mean, comedies don't translate as well. But so, how did you get interested in doing makeup, which transgressed into special effects?
Well, I grew up in Mexico, and
Mexico.
Yes, I did. My parents, they moved to Mexico because they were missionaries for many years. So I grew up in Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
Guadalajara.
Really?
Yeah.
So you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Ah.
And I was always, my whole life, I was in art school, art classes. I always loved to paint. My whole family, they're all musicians, and I was the only one who, loved music and always enjoyed it, but I definitely saw myself being an artist. So I don't know how it started with, I just started really just learning how to do like body painting and face painting, just take it like to the next level. I wanted to learn more about special effects and actually learn how to do all that. When I started to investigate like where I could learn, there aren't really any options in Mexico, so I started looking for the best schools.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, no, not really.
Not in Guadalajara, anyway.
No. So then I started looking, and I thought to myself, if I'm going to go to school, I want to go to like one of the best, or what's considered one of the best. So obviously, LA there's a lot of schools here, but I think some of the best are here. So. And
which one? What did you go to?
It's called Cinema Makeup School.
Oh.
It's in Koreatown. Yeah.
Okay. And how long did that take? And what was the cost of that?
The cost. Oh man, I don't even remember. Because you paid like per course that you after each course.
Okay.
You would pay like different, because you could choose to take the entire every class that they had to offer, which is what I did. I did all the classes, or you could just choose to take certain courses or certain classes.
Specialize.
Yeah. But I did the whole thing, and
approximate. I don't want to hold you on it.
I think in the end it was around 30,000.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was there for 10 months. It was a little under a year.
Okay. And you get the certificate, which, and then entree, or you probably took some not classes, but some training on what am I saying? On movie sets. You know, I mean, they probably have those classes probably have access to the people that hired you, so they're introducing you to, right? Some pet projects and stuff. Interning and stuff. Right?
Yeah, exactly. The coolest thing they did for graduates was this mentorship program where you got to go work for different makeup artists, which is how I started working for Bill. Yeah. So this is a really great opportunity, because especially for like me, who moved from out of country, it's like after school you get it's like you get very nervous and scared. You don't know what's next, what to do.
Yeah.
But the school's always been great, to help you support you and
that's wonderful, because that's part and parcel of showing their success, that their students won an Academy Award one day.
Right.
And in fact, I was at the Academy Awards one year, and the guy won the best makeup for best award for makeup, and he was in line to call his mom from the payphone. The days before a lot of people had payphone, before cell phones. And he's in line, and I said, "Oh, because my uncle won an Academy Award once." And I said, "Oh, can I see it?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So I was holding it. It was for best makeup that year. Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Right? And so then I broke the ice, and everyone, oh, can I hold it? Can I hold it? And they're all in line, because they were performers or whatever, to call their parents or whatever. Did you see me on TV? You know? And he was in line to call his mom and say, look, I won the award.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of cool. But yes, Beetlejuice, I remember that thing, yeah.
Yeah, V. Neil worked on that too, on Beetlejuice, I remember. He's another big artist. Who's your uncle?
He's passed away. His name was Kenneth Hartford.
Okay.
And he went for a short in 1963 called Ersatz.
Okay.
But Academy Award's the Academy Award.
Of course, yeah.
Actually, the best picture I ever took, I was about, I don't know, 20 years old, and I was tan, long hair, white tux, and I held his award in my hand, and I took that picture. It was the best picture I ever took. But so that's you can win Academy Awards for makeup.
Yep.
That's great, and special effects, I guess, as well, right?
Right. I mean, like, I think like the categories, like for hair, like best hair and makeup, it's like they turn it like into one. It's like one. It's like one category. Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, I love it. It's a very, you know, it's a very hard business to get into, but you know, I really enjoy it. I've got to do a lot of fun stuff.
Well, every day's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And creative as hell.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure there's tricks to the trade, right? To how to make certain things, you know, like the prosthetics, like you're saying.
Yep.
You know, and you practice at home? Do you have a little?
I do have a little
station at home.
Little work desk area for practice sculpting and painting. But yeah, and it's what's really great about this industry. Like they made there's a big convention that's a lot of fun. It's called Monsterpalooza. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
They do it in Pasadena every year, and it's just like that's what it's just like. Monsters and
I'd like to see that. When is
horror
that?
fans. It was just it was 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
So it's in April. Then they do a smaller version in Burbank. It's called Son of Monsterpalooza. But they always have like guest stars from all the horror movies and stuff. And it's a lot of fun. But a lot of people go and get to do makeup for different like makeup brands that will be there. So it's a great place to go and like just get creative and, you know, create your own monsters, creatures, and get to apply it there at the convention. So you get to meet people and show them your work, and it's a great way to network and really just, you know, get to design and create your own thing. I got to do one. I did a big makeup last year with my friend Casey Mooseman. We did a giant creature, whole body creature makeup.
What did it look like?
It was like it was her design, her interpretation of a Wendigo, which is like a Native American like spirit creature. I have a picture I can show you. It was a lot of fun.
You know, the Alien series, you know, they seem to have a lot of aliens that look like Alien. You know, always like a jaw comes out within another jaw, you know, and they're pretty wild looking.
I know.
I remember one time we had a special effect. It was a spider. Mm-hmm. Wow, look at that thing. And when we stepped on it to kill it in the movie, it splurted. It was blue cheese dressing.
Oh my God!
Which was really disgusting if you didn't know it was blue cheese. But obviously, when you know the secret, it's not like a magic trick. It's like, oh, that's nothing, you know.
Oh man!
But yeah, that's a great costume. That must have taken a long time to build.
Yeah, it was a couple months sculpting, and then you had to mold the suit, then run it out of foam latex.
So she made it for a movie?
We did this for the convention.
For the convention?
For Monsterpalooza.
So now she'll sell that or rent it out or
she's already used it. She used it in a movie.
Because that would be worth some money, right? I mean, what's something like sell for or rent for? I mean, it's months of work, so you're looking at lots of money.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like different. I know, 'cause some people will want to like charge because, you know, depending on how many hours they put into it and cost
Right.
of materials.
Sure.
And but it's like something like this, might cost a few $1,000s just because it's a lot of
Time.
a lot of material. But yeah, she rented out for a movie. It'll be it's like a short film. And then she used that same body but a different mask of a Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Okay.
And she rented out that suit for someone who went to Comic-Con, so they were able to use. And it's not the same suit. She has the mold, so she'll you can make multiple suits.
Oh.
Because it gets it will get destroyed once it's on.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I was a monster once in one of his movies, and I came out of the lake. It was a lake monster, and it was foam. So as I come out of the scene was to come out of the lake onto the beach, and as I came out of the beach, it was filled with water. It was so heavy that I fell backwards into the lake. So that was take
wow.
2.
What kind of monster was it?
It was called Monstroid, and it was kind of like a sea serpent type, monster.
So you did acting too?
I've acted. I've worked in over 70 different fields.
Oh wow!
Music, the film business. I built silos. I was a snow machine operator in Switzerland. I hitchhiked around the world as a young man.
Oh wow!
And jack of all trades. Obviously master of none. But I do lots and lots of different things, and I'm doing the lift thing to prove the concept of the show they're drawn, to give veterans an opportunity to get off the street or make an additional income or even have fun and make some money.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy nowadays with all the distribution platforms to make a show. And we're going to have let's see, we have another 10 minutes. You're going to be a one complete show on the SOS Show. And it's an interesting subject. People will want to watch it. You're going to want to watch it and tell your friends, we've educated some people on a little thing. I always like to ask people what was their dream in life. Very few people do their dream.
Right.
They do things to make money. And even a successful actor may not have dreamt to be an actor. They want to be an astronaut.
Right.
But they end up being an actor, and that worked out. And maybe they're rich. But the point is to do things that you love, and it's not work. You wake up in the morning looking forward to creating your monsters.
Right. Yeah.
And how cool is that? I mean, that's very good. That's
I always knew,
dream come true.
My whole life, I always knew I wanted to be an artist. Being a makeup artist didn't come until much later. But for me, it's still it's art, and
it is art.
So
it's very art.
yeah, I'm definitely living.
You're living the dream.
Living the dream.
That's fantastic.
Very happy. Never, especially growing up in Mexico, I would never imagined I'd be, working here.
In Hollywood. So your parents are back there still?
Yes, my parents.
And they're missionaries?
Yes.
Still missionaries?
Yeah.
What an admirable thing. My goodness. The only thing come close to that, I have a story about every occasion. Now, the only thing that might relate to your parents being missionaries is I worked for a scientist, and we lived in a bomb shelter in downtown LA.
Oh, wow.
10,000 square foot bomb shelter. I worked for room and board after I got back from my travels. And he was a fascinating English scientist, the smartest guy I ever knew. And all the money he ever made would go to buying glasses, old glasses, and clothes and shoes. And once or twice a year, he'd get all that together, and someone would fly him to Mexico to give to the poor people.
Oh, wow.
I mean, how cool is that? And I almost could imagine, if your parents have been doing it a long time, 30 years or more, that they might have met Dennis. Dennis Gunst was his name. And he actually, funny enough, invented the machine that synchronized the actor's voice in with the film back in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
So he was, and he was so brilliant. I didn't go to college, but he would make these, we worked for some projects for the Navy, and he would do page after page of handwritten, different language. It looked like a different language, cosines and this and that. And at the end of, 4 or 5 or 8, 10 different pages of calculations, he came up with the number 26 pounds that this thing had to hold or whatever.
Wow.
It was an invention, right?
Yeah.
And it's just to get to that 26 pound number, he did so much work, right?
Wow,
But it was important to have, that was the strength needed, right? And I always wanted to frame just one piece of paper and hold it on the wall because it was different language.
Right.
I couldn't understand anything. Maybe cosine is the only thing I would understand, and it was a great experience, working with him. And with just the two of us in a 10,000 square foot bomb shelter in downtown LA.
Oh my goodness, how long?
It probably was about 6 months, probably.
Oh my goodness,
I
wow.
don't remember exactly. Then when I first met my wife, I met her up in Mammoth Lakes, and she said, well, I want to see where you live, when we were just dating. So I brought her down to my home, which was a bomb shelter in underground downtown LA. It's like,
wow.
I really impressed her. She was very impressed.
Oh my goodness.
But we've been together 36 years.
Been married for 36 years?
36 years,
wow,
yeah.
That's amazing.
And it is, in today's society, it is amazing. She's French, and she's my savior because she's allowed me to live my dreams, and I've had many, many dreams, and 70 careers, and not careers, but
yeah.
I've worked in over 70 different fields,
That,
I'm a published author, songwriter.
wow.
Well, I guess I'm a poet, because if you write songs, you're like a poet, Lots of fun stuff. But in the makeup, so I guess I've worked in the makeup field as well.
In the special effects, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely in the movies, with Kenny.
Roaches, oh man.
With the roaches, yeah. And then the monster, and then it's a fun business. When I go by a movie, not set, but a movie filming, it's like, I want to see what's going on.
I know.
Check it out.
What's sad is that it is like a dying thing, just because so many, filmmakers will decide to go with CGI now for so many creatures and
well, like
even,
Avatar.
like, effects.
Avatar. They're making 3 more Avatars. A lot of people don't know that. It's one big warehouse with nothing. I mean, just these electronic cameras that go around and creating that world.
Yeah.
It's like it's all CGI. But it's so realistic. It's ridiculous.
No, I know. I mean, it looks amazing. And some, like, some CGI can be, like, incredible, but
but you're always gonna have makeup.
Out of a job.
You're always gonna have makeup, I think.
Yeah, there will always be, a certain type of makeup, for a very, very long time. But so it's such a big deal. We were all so excited that Guillermo, won, that Shape of Water. Did you see it? Because that's like a movie it wanted.
That was huge. Did you think it deserved Best Picture though?
I mean,
was that your favorite film of the year?
I think it was amazing, and Guillermo's from the same city I am, so it was really great to see a Mexican take an Oscar home.
But you're not Mexican though.
I'm not, but since I grew up there, for me it's home. It's
your parents are Americans.
Yes.
Missionaries.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
Just been there I was there my whole life, so for me it's home.
What age did you leave?
Did I leave? Well, I just moved here. I just moved here almost 3 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So, my whole life it was in Mexico.
In both languages.
Yes.
You went to a Mexican school.
I was actually homeschooled.
Oh, homeschooled.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was actually homeschooled, and
Would you say your parents are artistic or just humanitarian?
My dad is very artistic. Yes, he's very talented. He's a musician and an artist and writer. I mean, he does a little bit of everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Well, he'll be able to see this interview. What I'll do is after it'll be on the website as an episode, but I'll also just send you the YouTube link so you can share it with whoever. And I've had some great interviews. It's been fun.
This is fun. This has never happened before.
It's like taxi cab conventions, but you don't have to make any confessions.
And I'm curious, have you've never been pulled over for doing this?
What am I doing? Nobody can tell what I'm doing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I know, like, friends have gotten, pulled over for, like, they pick up their phone and, like, to plug it in or something.
Hands-free.
Yeah.
As you can notice, it's hands-free.
Yep.
But, it's, it's been my passion. This is my charity where you can see the site at. ilovesos.org is the website. And Monty's List is something I created as well to help veterans, where you can gift an unwanted item to a local veteran in your neighborhood. That's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
And what you're really going to love is, so you know the owner of the special effects company, right? Or the school?
Do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
School I
probably
went
pretty
to.
successful.
Yes.
Probably have a nice place to live. You know,
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I want to invite them to be on my cooking show.
Oh wow.
And it's called Cooking Styles of the Rich and Famous. And basically, it's got an audience of a couple 100 million people. And they could talk about their politics, their passions, their projects, their company. Basically, we supply the food and the booze. And so it's them cooking their favorite meal in their home for their friends for a dinner party. We come in with cameras, shoot 3D, regular stuff, and everyone has fun.
Oh wow.
And it's for to support their favorite charity. So they may have some kind of charity they like, but it's also to support two charities. So one is the veteran charity.
Right.
If they're veteran friendly, they would like to do it as well, and their charity. And so everything you see on the site is for sale. So if you invite them and you're going to be part of the show as well, you may have a prosthetic that's for sale.
Oh,
so
wow.
we can sell that on the site. And the food's for sale, the booze is for sale, everything, the clothes we're wearing is for sale, the makeup, Maybelline is looking into the show, everything you see is for sale.
So this.
And the proceeds go to the charities.
And this is on. It's also.
That's
on
going to be on a Roku and Amazon channel.
Oh, okay.
It's an STV, a new network, and it's going to be fun. So we're going to have to sign off now. Say goodbye to your friends and family and all the
Bye.
fans of. Hopefully you learned a lot about the makeup and the special effects business, or special makeup business.
Thank you.